I'm Serena Barton. I'm a painter and a member of Gallery 114 in Portland, Oregon. This July, I'll be having a show at Gallery 114 along with my guest artist, Jo Grishman, a sculptor. Our show will be online at the Gallery 114 website, gallery114pdx.com. My part of the show will also be installed at the Gallery 114 physical space. If you're in the area and would like to see my show in person, you can make an appointment to do so on the gallery website. So I want to tell you just a little bit about my work. I paint in oil and cold wax medium. I paint abstractly. I make layers and layers of richly colored and textured paint. So I paint intuitively, which means that I don't plan out what I'm going to do ahead of time. I often have certain memories, feelings, thoughts, concepts going on inside me, and I never know which piece is going to turn out to embody those. And sometimes I get a surprise. I like to explore a sense of mystery, a sense of history. I've been really influenced in the last couple of years by getting to see some Paleolithic cave paintings when I was teaching in France, and those have really haunted me in a good way, and so that's an influence on my work. This piece is called Casting the Runes, and it was constructed by covering a wooden panel with acrylic gesso, which is a primer, and then putting Venetian plaster over the gesso, texturing the plaster and then letting it dry, and then beginning the oil and cold wax painting. This piece also has sand in it, which was added to the oil and cold wax. Like all of my pieces, this is a product of many layers and of adding and subtracting. Here's some incising. This piece is one of my favorites in this exhibition. It's called Question. I wanted to experiment with a very simple composition with two large shapes, and as the piece progressed, I wanted to somehow sew them together. And at times it looks to me like the pieces are coming together, and at times it looks like they're coming apart. And I think this is how it feels to many of us during the times that we're living in, and so I decided to leave it as a question, or maybe it's a both and. This piece is an emotional memory of a day I spent with friends in rural Denmark, a place I never expected to get to see, and it's called Shapes at Holnus. I was thinking more kind of the magic of being somewhere new and feeling really alive.
Hi, I'm Jo Grishman, and I'm honored to be Serena Barton's virtual guest artist at Gallery 114 for the month of July. When Serena and I first came together to discuss ideas for the show, we came up with Confluence. We thought about two artists coming from different approaches, different medium, coming together to create a whole, to create one show. Little did we know that we'd actually physically be apart for the show. Serena in the gallery and me up in Washington in my studio. For Confluence, I'll be showing two bodies of narrative sculpture. One is Balancing Act, and the other, The Masks We Wear. My process is very tactile and intuitive. I never know what a sculpture is going to be until it is. I think I've chosen clay because it has that way of transforming itself into so many different things. I will collect found objects and incorporate that into the sculpture, as well as pressing letters and stream of consciousness writing into the surface. Once it's fired, I will rub various mixed media, some of the same media that Serena uses, to create a surface that is inviting for me and that I love. And I think that my favorite part about creating the excitement comes when the sculpture begins to come alive and when a story starts to emerge. And I really do think that my stories have a universal quality to them. So I invite the viewer to come in and join me and share in this experience.